Okay everybody, for this next exercise, I'm gonna show you a weighted crunch movement, which I'm sure you've seen before. A lot of people in the gym will do this in a kneeling position on the floor, but I have found that the standing version is a lot better, and I learned this from a guy named Charles Glass, who has a YouTube channel where he teaches forms and new exercises and such, and he is a professional bodybuilder or an ex-professional bodybuilder, and he now teaches people how to get fit. And so one of the tips that he shows as far as like how to work this exercise properly is to put your thumbs on your forehead to keep your arms in a stable position, so you're not focusing on your upper body so much, but it allows you to concentrate on your abs. So you're doing this movement the entire time, and I'm gonna be using some weights for this exercise. And so what I do when I use weights is I start off with a medium weight, and then I'll do that 12 to 15 times, and then I'll add more weight on the second set, and I'll do that for maybe 10 to 12 times. Then the next set I'll add more weight, do 8 to 10 times until failure, or basically, and then I'll add more weight, and then if I'm failing around the 4 to 6 range, then I'll do as much as I can, and then I'll drop the weight, a couple plates, and then do maybe 10 more reps, and then I'll drop the weight even more, and then do some more reps after that. So I do like this pyramid where I do medium weight, and then add more weight, do a few more reps, just to do a few less reps than I can, after some rest, and then I will just do basically a drop set on the last section. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean right now. So I'm gonna do about 75 pounds, and this is what I'm gonna start off with, and then the next set will probably be about 95 pounds, and then the next set will be 105 pounds, and then once I get to the point where I can only do 4 to 6, then I'll start doing a drop set. So I work myself up to a really heavy weight, and then I drop it back down to where I can do a lot more lesser weight. So I'm gonna do the first set right now. So what you do is just get in this position, get your weights like so, and just get into a crunch. And then to make it more challenging, you can even hold it for a second. Do a few more. Okay, and so that'll be our first set, and that took less than 1 minute. So I'm gonna add a few more plates and do another set after I take a 1 minute rest. Oh yeah guys, I wanted to give you a real quick tip before we go on to the next exercise, and that is when you're using weights or if you're doing any kind of movement, typically if you can do 15 reps with weights, then you know that you can go on to add more weights onto it. So when you're doing any kind of movement, even 25 reps is about tops. So if you're able to do a movement with body weight and you're doing 25 reps, that's when you can kind of graduate and just know that you can now successfully go on and use weights to start adding more challenge to your workouts, and then just do drop sets from there. So even when I'm using weights right here, 15 might be, once you hit 15, you know that you're good enough to go on to the next stage. If you want to do 18 or 20 reps, that's cool. But of course, I'm just saying, as a general rule, once you can do 15 reps of something, that's enough to go on to the next set, because you build muscle in the 10 to 12 range when that's the challenge. So if you're hitting 15, it's gonna be somewhat too easy for you. So that's when you know that exercise is now too easy. So just keep that in mind. It's if you can do more than 15 using weights, add more weights to it. So I just wanted to add that tip in right now while it's on my mind, and let's get on to the next set. Okay, here comes set 2. I got 95 pounds, it's 20 pounds more than the last one, and I'll aim for 10 to 12 reps on this one. now it's starting to get challenging, so I'll just hold it. Alright, and the last one, I'll squeeze as much as possible. And so we failed at about 10 to 11 reps, and that's our entire set. And we're going to increase more weight, and then on the next set, we'll aim to hit about 8 reps on that one. Alright, 1 minute is up, and before I get to the next set, just to let you know, when you do this movement, it's all about the stretch. So get the stretch, and I'll explain this in other exercises, videos, of course. But just a reminder, when you do a workout, it's all about the stretch, and it's all about the rinse, like the squeeze. So stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze. So, and when you get tired, hold it, just to make it more challenging when you know that you're getting to the end of your reps. So if you know you can't do another set or another rep properly, just start holding it, so that way you start getting that extra tension in there. So let's do this again. Stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze. All right, so that was just a few exercises, some few reps that we just did. So that was 105 pounds. We started at 75. So this is a heavier weight. We failed, I think that was like 5 or 6, right? So what I'm gonna do is wait 1 more minute, and we're gonna do the same amount of weight we just did. But on the next set, we're gonna do again 4 to 6 like we just did. But then once we do that, we're gonna drop the weight, a couple plates, do maybe 8 more, drop the weights again, do another 8 more. So the last set is a drop set that we just keep doing, keep dropping the weight until it just gets too easy or you just fail altogether. So we're gonna wait 1 more minute, and we're going to do our last set of this one. All right, our rest period is over. Let's do our last set. And just remember, this is like your time to make your abs work, or any muscle part when you're working out. So it's like, what I mean is this is your one time of the day to really get that workout in. So you're not gonna make your muscles pop out while you're at the grocery store or while you're driving. You have to go hard at the gym to get massive results, or the best results that you can get. So let's do our last set right here. We're gonna go as hard as possible. We're gonna go to failure, and then we're gonna keep going to failure as we drop set. So let's get this in right now while we're still in our time frame. That's 6, and I'm holding. Drop 3 plates. This is 9. Hold it. 11, 12. Drop it again. Do some more. All right, so that'll be our last set of that. And if you want to, lighting is horrible, but if you want to do another set, which I might do one more set because I want to do one more drop set just to get that in. But anyways, that's what I would do for my upper abs. So I'm gonna stop this video and go on to the next exercise, but I am gonna do one more drop set of that just because I wanna get that extra mile in there. So see you in the next exercise. All right, I just did my last drop set and we got our abs are popping out. And look at this, this is from our first exercise. Bam, so looking great. On that last drop set I just did, I started at 95 pounds. The first drops that I did, I started off at 105 pounds and then I let the weights go. And then I kind of felt like the first drop set was light. So that's why I did another set where I started off at 95, then I dropped it one plate and dropped it one more plate, and it was tough. So the time to stop is when you can't do another rep with proper form. So it's all about form. It's not about how much weights you're using, it's all about form. And also, and I'll mention this again later, as I always repeat myself, but like what we want to do is, just go with proper form and just don't overdo it because you want to make sure you do everything with proper form every single time. So catch you in a minute. See you in the next exercise.